Hello everybody and welcome to Toyah at Home. I'm still on the road with the Posh Pop tour and it's going great guns. We're actually getting 5-star reviews. This was intended as purely as an acoustic tour, but I decided it's the best way to get the lineup ready for all the festivals we're doing this year. Chill Festival, Isle of Wight Festival, Rebellion Festival, and of course the big June tour with Hazel O'Connor. Now I'm confident that Hazel will want to do the June tour. She'll need that to focus on. She's feisty and she's fighting, and we will do everything possible to get her on that stage if that's what she wants. So with the Posh Pop tour in Feb and March, we're developing the whole of the new sound. It's going down so well. It's atmospheric, it can be moody, it can be dancey. It is a journey, not only through my life's music, but also through all of our memories. And people are loving it and the reviews have been fantastic. This week, I'm talking about the song Levitate. Now, those of you that watch and listen regularly will have heard me talk about this song a lot. So I'm going to go in on a different approach today. And that is what levitation and the word has meant to me throughout all of my life. Now, I'm about to turn 64 in May, and I was brought up with a strict religious education at my Church of England school. So the word levitate is in the Bible. You get stories of people and saints levitating, and this is what I want to talk about today. Now, I don't know if at school you ever played levitation with your friends. You would lie someone on their back. 5 of you or 6 of you would be around that person who's lying on the floor. You'd put 2 fingers under their body and you'd tell that person they're as light as a feather, you're as light as a feather. And eventually you'd be able to lift them up with your 2 fingers. And that was a form of levitation. Well, instead of doing maths class, we were always doing levitation and it worked. But if you try this, read it up online, how to do it properly before you go lifting people up many feet in the air. Now, within Carl Jung and his system of thinking, levitation meant success. Flying or levitation, according to some dream analysis, is linked to growth, both to personal and professional growth. So this makes this a really beautiful word. It's a word of potential for me and freedom. So let's look at the video that I directed and shot with Carlo Marshall in lockdown with my wonderful husband Robert Fripp and Simon Darlow, my co-writer. Let's have a look at that video, and then I'm going to take you right back to what I think is a really exciting experience of the word. This is Levitate off Posh Pop, the video.
How's your day? It's time to play. Glitter ball, chaos, heaven on my mind, oxygen, breathing, gravity, pulling us down. 12 seconds to midnight. Levitate, levitate, up, up, up. Levitate, no gravity, we're getting higher. Levitate, gotta get away. Levitate, time to breathe. Levitate, no gravity, we're getting higher. Drift away, escape, liberty, born again, from the womb to the earth, to the sky. This is me, this is you, this is us. We are unique,
was the Posh Pop video of Levitate, shot here last April in our underground tunnel system, because we live in a very old house, goes back as far as Henry VIII times, and also shot in our garden. I've talked a lot about Levitate in the past 6 months, so I want to go a different route today. And I was looking up people who are renowned for levitating in historical times. Now, you've got to remember, before TV, before internet, before mobile phones, levitation was magic. Some people, it was very, very real, but to others, it was illusion. Now, one person in history where it wasn't illusion, it was definitely canonized as a real miracle, was the Pope canonizing Saint Joseph of Cupertino. He was alive on this planet from 1603 to 1663. Sometimes he would levitate a few inches off the ground. Sometimes he would levitate many, many feet off the ground. Now, the reason he was canonized and made a saint is because the amount of accounts that were written made it into the history books, and over 150 personal witnesses seeing him do this. And I'm going to read you some historical writings about him. Cupertino faced as much distrust as he did trust from the church. He was moved from location to location and received vague warnings to stop levitating, likely because he was incredibly powerful with his ability, and he drew huge crowds that would come into the churches to see this miracle happen. And as I mentioned earlier, there were over 150 eyewitness accounts that led to him being made a saint. The church could have easily have called him a heretic, but instead they didn't. He did stand trial, and his inquisitors, they said they could see that the guy had no secret motives. He was completely humble, and he was even embarrassed by his ability to levitate. It was not intentional. It just happened. He did not intentionally do this. He levitated while in a state of ecstasy at certain points during Mass. Cupertino would apparently become so affected that he would enter an altered state of consciousness and begin levitating without even being aware of it. He was oblivious to everything around him, though he was causing an incredible stir, and it interfered with his ability to conduct masses. It was almost a handicap to him. There's a reason people don't levitate randomly today, it is stated, because we are so affected and so distracted by modern life, by the internet, by social media, by our phones. But there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't levitate if we entered into this quite possible altered state. Now, I wanted to bring all of this up because as a performer, I believe I go into an altered state. Many times I cannot even remember my performance. If everything, all the conditions are right, I can just flow and trust what is happening in that performance space. I'm not saying I've never or ever have levitated, but you do go into altered states because everything falls into place and is so right in that moment. Also, if you go back in history to the 1700s and the 1800s, women started to be accused of hysteria, and women would be locked away in asylums, and they would be put through the cure because of being hysterical. Well, they weren't. There was no crime. They were just capable of huge emotional surges and could go into altered states. Performance for me is ecstasy. So when Simon and I wrote Levitate, we wanted a song that we hoped could put the audience into an altered state. And I know when I'm singing it, it demands so much breath from me. It's like doing yoga. Again, another act that can put a person into altered state, and very often does. So we wanted this song to move the audience into that altered state. I'm not sure we've achieved it yet, but I know we get pretty close because many of my audience are still learning the song. They don't necessarily own Posh Pop, but that is the whole point of the song, that it's step away from the mundane, step away from entrapment and feeling trapped and go into a levitational state of thinking. So I just wanted to give you a different perspective on the song today, and when I came across the story of this saint, I just thought this is wonderful. Now, by now you might know that I have created for you an exclusive art range that is instantly going to be collectible once you own it. So I have used my best asset, and let's face it, hundreds of thousands of fans around the world love my best asset. So I've done breast prints for you. Oh yes, actual breast prints, a technique I learnt when I was very young in the 60s studying art, that people use parts of their body to create their art. So there are 9 designs. There will only ever be 25 prints of each design, which I will sign personally. They're £150 each, because believe me, once you own them and they're in your hands, they are collectible and very, very rare. Also, what we have done for you, a beautiful film print, limited editions of t-shirts. These are called the Eyes of the Angel. We're also doing a black on grey version, which is called The Beast Looks Back or Stares Back. So those are limited edition. As I say, these are film prints. So they're very, very smooth, very gentle, look like silk, and they're really gorgeous. Limited edition on toyahwilcox.com, on my merch, and you can order those, but please be quick, because we have deliberately limited them so you have a collectible piece of art. Thank you so much. Stay safe. We will see you tonight for a burning question, and tomorrow for another crazy Sunday lunch. We're going to go out with the Posh Pop Band performing Levitate at the Half Moon Club. I am still on the road with the Posh Pop Tour. I hope you can get to see us, but there are many gigs this year. Stay safe, everyone, and lots of love from me. Mwah!
How's your day? It's time to play glitter ball, chaos going on my mind. Oxygen, breathing in, out, gravity pulling us down. 12 seconds to midnight. Levitate, levitate, up, 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 levitate. No gravity, we're getting higher. Levitate, I gotta get away. Levitate, I'm the play. Levitate, no gravity, we're getting higher. Drift away, escape, liberty, born again, from the womb to the earth, to the sky. This is me, this is you, this is us. We are unique.